I'm going to go over a few tickers starting with SPX on the 5-minute time frame and give you some price targets for Friday. We ended the day at $5,842. We are at the middle of the trend and the baseline. I will mark that out. To the north side from where we are takes us to one level of resistance and a potential take profit area at roughly 58.83.19. Above that at 2 standard deviations takes us to roughly 59.03.24. And should we be so lucky as to get to this level, that will take us to roughly 59.23.54. And to the south side, one level of support and a potential buy-in area and a potential stop loss area, 58.03.49, 57.82.69, and let me move this out of the way, 57.63.39. This is another level of support, and if we hit this level, I will definitely anticipate a bounce as people buy the dip. So these are your potential buy lines, your potential sell, and limit lines. And note the RSI on the 5, we are looking like we are going to be bouncing on Thursday because we are oversold. I just use this as support and resistance. And cleaning up the chart, I anticipated this move. Let me take this to the daily and show it to you and clean it up. So we touched it right here, just touched it and boom, we have liftoff. So let's touch up the chart, and that took us all the way to 58.42.06, and then we ran up to the middle of the trend and the baseline, and that is resistance on the daily. And then look what happened. We fall back down. Could we continue to go down and then obviously make another leg up? Sure, but we do have gaps to the downside to be aware of. And while I'm here, I'm just going to extend it out. This is not in the channel, not in the zone, just something to be aware of. I guess on May 30th of 2024, when I checked price and price only, it was at 52.66.96. So congrats if you made some money off of that level. Now let's delete this. Well, let's make it a little bit bigger. Delete. So no longer in play to the upside. And then what? Oh, that one closed out. That's nice and clean. And all right, here's a big one that I have not cleaned up my chart. I marked these out on the 5-minute, so it might be wonky when we flip back to the 5, but at least this gives us an idea. So when I anticipated this move, that took us down to 56.18.31, and that opened up on September 18th of 2024. This is no longer in play to the south side, and this one also touched right there. And let me just clean up that one and this one. I'm not going to sit here and bore you 2 tiers. Let's get off of this. Let's go back to the 5, option R to reset. So if we chop sideways, it could look like this, but if we bounce up and then roll over, this could act as support and bounce. Or if we roll over and then we hit this purple line, this could act as resistance and then fall right back down again. Let's take a look at Snowflake. We are up 13%, so congrats if you made some money here. I'll give you some levels first. Ignore the white line. That's an old price target that we've already hit 2 times now. Well, nearly 2 times. Oh, no, we did hit it 2 times. I'll show it to you in a second. Price levels, 1 level of resistance. Remember, -2 and 2 standard deviations all day long. The calculations change every 5 minutes. And Don't expect to get it to 4 standard deviations from where we are, because that's asking a lot. $211.17, one level of resistance, take profit area, sell limit area, 215.75 to the south side. We could hit this line and then bounce off of it or chop sideways. And negative 2 SD, 186.67, 181.77, and if we close out this gap, that will take us to 177.03. Looking left, you can see the consolidation and the basing, and then boom, to the upside. Oh, and we've got a little gap that formed that I did not mark out. Let's clean this up. So we gapped up on the 12th. So this will close to the downside. So watch out for that landmine, which will take us to roughly 174.08. All right, we have other gaps to the downside, but I'm not going to mark that right now. Not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. We are in an upward channel still on the 5, but watch out, we're at resistance on the RSI. Now, let me go to the daily. So, oh yes, look, oh wait, we've got to clean this one up. Yay. I like to rip off the band-aids and finish out the gaps. So that took us down to 133.52. Delete that, clean up the chart. And that touched right there on the 21st of November 2024. That took us up to 135.03. And what else do I want to clean up? Oh, this, yeah, I have not looked at this one for a while. That took us down to 168.48. What's the haps happening here? This is, why do I have this marked out in red? Oh, that's, yeah, I'm just going to delete that. I don't think there was a gap. I was marking out my charts differently. All right, what else? So we ran up because of earnings. The company reported 1.04 billion. The estimate was 1.01 billion. And it's been a while since I have looked at this chart, as I mentioned. How do we look on the, I want to see this on the monthly, did I? Yeah, okay, I did write out price. So the lowest I looked at it for price and made a point of recording it was 110.23. Very nice. And one last one I'm going to do, well, maybe I'll give you two. AMC. Ignore the lines. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you about. Wait, was it snow? Yeah. Okay, when I marked out the 1-year price target according to the analysts on TradingView on Tuesday, the 28th of November 2023, I marked it out. So we hit it. We didn't hit it here, but we hit it right there. Okay, we ran some more and then got slammed back down. And then we hit it again here. So that's 2, well, here 3 and 4 times. You know what I forgot to do is Enph very quickly. We got slammed down here on Enph, and then I'll do AMC. Okay, very quickly, price targets. We're at 38.01. $39.51, $44.90, $47.57, $50.16. This gap closes out at $47.11, as you can see. $34.52, $31.80, and don't expect price to get to this level. $29.17 in one day, but over the course of a week or more. If we're still going down, sure, this is in a downward channel. Now I need to clean up my chart because we gapped down, so this one filled, and I think we filled it, yeah, right here. That took us to 53.22. That's very nice. And then, oh, I gotta move this. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. That gap closed. So we have a gap to the upside here that's still in play. That will take us to roughly 62.28-ish. And then to the south side, oh, look at this. I already have this marked out, I think. Let's look at on the daily. Yeah, $10.96. Let's hope not. But there could be a possibility. And the reason we tanked is because it says the shares dropped 20% in intraday trading with over 20.7 million shares traded. This decline follows a U.S. tax bill cutting clean energy credits affecting the solar sector. Not good. All right, now let's go to the 5-minute. Let's go to AMC. And ignore those horizontal lines. Those are lines I marked. This one in 2024. I have no idea when I marked those. I don't want to go back and look at it. I'm just going to give you quick price action. 329 and 334. We're at resistance on the RSI falling down, so be careful. We could roll over and then bounce up again. Hopefully this company will turn around in the summertime because school is starting to be out for the summer. I know many kids have already finished for the school year, so people will be going back to the movie theater, but then you're competing against Netflix, all these other Disney and all these other online service companies, because who wants to sit in a movie theater? I don't, and I don't want obnoxious music, loud music. I don't want to see commercials. Ugh, it's annoying. 315, 14-ish. I'm spoiled that way. 305, 3 and 295. The middle of the trend is 314. Look at the bounce here at a clear level of support. This is resistance, fell back down, went a little higher. This is your take profit area if you're trading. If not, and you let it ride, that's a whole different strategy. And what else? Yeah, we were just going sideways. If we're following the middle of the trend, that's what price does. We have to slice through the middle of the trend to get to the downside or to reverse to the upside. Oh, one last one, because I don't know when I'm going to do another video. Okay, Grab. I have traded DD, and I have DD, but Grab is another transportation play here. You can read all about that while I mark this out very quickly. 496. I don't know if I've done Grab it. Let's take a look at it. Okay, here are your targets for Friday. 505, 513, 522. I don't like to trade DD because they charge me a fee to trade, and I try to avoid that because there are many tickers I'd rather trade for free, okay? 488 is one level of support. 472, 464, and 455. Note the bounce here at support, clear sell-off at resistance. Oh, and apparently I did look at this gap here, but I didn't do a video on it. Oops. Did that really touch and clearly close? Yeah, I'll give it to the price action here on this line. If not, then definitely right here, which is Tuesday. Is this Tuesday as well? Yeah. All right, so we gapped up. Oh, we gapped up, so that is a reversal. Oops, I forgot to change that when I looked at it. So look at that. All we did was reverse, boom, and gave it up. That took us down to 490, and then a bounce here. No, not 490. Yeah, sorry, 490, and then that took us down to 477-ish. Now let's take a look at this on the daily. Did I ever mark this out? Oh, I guess I guess I did on this day. I looked at it in May of 2022, and I haven't looked at it since. But look at the, okay, so I marked out here, here, and here. So look at the channel we're in now. Sort of a leg up between here and here. Right on cue. So what is the 1 year price target? 581. Oh, 581. We're going to hit that. Let me just mark it out. 581. And I marked out 582 previously. How funny is that? Okay, let's turn that white because that's my lines for price. 581. Let's go 1 year price target. 5.81. Wait a minute. How is that? Oh, we're at 496. Oh, yeah. So in theory, oh, that's on the daily. No wonder. I'm sorry. I'm on the different time frames. That makes a huge difference. Like, what the heck? We're not getting there tomorrow. Not even close. See, this is why you got to look at this on different time frames because you get a better micro view of price action. 1 year price target 581, which represents, where are we? Come on. Good Lord. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, that represents a 17.14% return from where we are. Not too shabby. Okay, that does it for me. If there is a ticker you would like me to go over, please let me know, and have a great trading day.